Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. And today we are going to be talking about, with my lovely non-branded coffee mug here, no product placements allowed. We're going to be talking about the 10 new releases for the spring-summer catalog for Scentsy. And I was meaning to get this out a little bit sooner. I didn't get a chance. Birthday weekend adventures at the end of January, and then I was busy with a lot of other work, so this kind of got a little bit backlogged, but I am back in business. I do have a bunch of fragrance feedback videos, but I figured that you might be more interested in what is currently coming out or is just released in the new catalog before we get into all the stuff that I've been smelling over the last umpteen weeks. So, with that being said, let me put this down for a second, otherwise I'm going to spill it all over my smell. We're off to a great start. But we have 10 new bars. So let me talk to you about them really quick. I'll give you the names, and then we're going to go individually. I actually have a bar of each of them, so we'll sniff through them together. I haven't really smelled any of them, so this is going to be very exciting. All right, so the 10 new scents are called Appletini Splash, Clementine Cupcake, Coconuts for Coconuts, Daydream Oasis, Paradise Petals, Pineapple Mango, Pink Rhubarb Sugar, Shoreline Drive, Summer Moonlight, and White Amber Antique. All right, so I'm actually really excited about the White Amber Antique. That sounds heavenly. All right, so let's start with Appletini Splash. This is a green bar. It's kind of the same color as sea salt and avocado. This is described as green apple and nashi pear stirred with a big splash of simple syrup. And I can already kind of smell it. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this gives me... Oh, this is so weird. This gives me, like, a sweet green apple version of Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, it is a bit sweeter than Johnny Appleseed because you have like the simple syrup note in there. But I get pear. There's a little bit of a bite to the pear. It's not like red pear and pomegranate where it's like almost like a tart pear. It's not a super sweet Anjou pear either. But you get that sort of like juiciness, definitely get the essence of pear there. And then, like I said earlier, I think, yeah, green apple. It's like one of the scent notes. It's basically like a green apple, slightly sweeter version of Johnny Appleseed. So if you like Johnny Appleseed, you'll probably enjoy this one just as much. I'm actually kind of excited about that now. Because sometimes, like, you want something a little bit different than just the traditional red delicious or red juicy apple, you know, and this might give that little bit more of a sweet tart note that a green apple tends to have compared to a red apple. All right, I like it so far. That one gets my seal of approval. And that is in the fruity category. I didn't say that. All right, next we have Clementine Cupcake, orange. This is in the bakery category. A warm vanilla cupcake infused with sweet clementine and sprinkled with lemon sugar. I feel like we had like an orange, kind of like citrus cupcake a while back, and that came back in a cutie pie cupcake. That's what it's called. I feel like that's what this is like. What? Cutie pie cupcake 2.0? Try to say that 10 times fast. Cutie pie cupcake. Holy moly. All right, so this is a warm vanilla cupcake infused with sweet clementine and sprinkled with lemon sugar. Okay. So, interestingly, this is definitely decidedly less citrusy clementine and more vanilla cupcake with citrus. So, cutie pie cupcake... I think that one might actually have been like lemon, now that I think about it. But it was another citrus scent, basically. That was more heavy on the citrus notes. This one is a vanilla cupcake. You really get the cupcake batter note to it. You get that lemon sugar sweetness. So if you're familiar with the with like lemon sorbet as a scent, that kind of like lemon sweetness kind of happening, but a little bit more cloying. And you do get clementine. It's more sort of like a subdued orange. So if you're looking for like oodles of orange or like a sunny D sort of scent, this isn't it. It's almost like a like one of those baked orange muffins that you can get like if you went to a fancy bakery and they have like the orange something something muffin. That's kind of what this reminds me of, but sweeter. You do get like you do get the clementine, but it's not overtly sweet from the clementine itself. Like the citrus component isn't as sweet, but that's made up for by the vanilla cupcake sort of batter note and then the lemon sugar icing kind of note on top. I don't mind it. I can see it being a spring and summer scent. Definitely bakery. Yeah, I don't know that I'm like head over heels about it, but I think it'll warm pretty well. And it smells maybe not quite as strong as Appletini Splash did on first whiff, but I feel like it'll perform just fine. All right. Next we have coconuts for coconuts. This is exciting. Brown label, but yellow wax. This is in the fresh category, and it is described as an ocean breeze weaves along a coastline lush with wild coconut and tiara flower. Tiara? Tiara. We're going with tiara. All right, so floral, aquatic, fruity. There we go. Okay. Definitely get coconut in it. But it's not a pure coconut scent. It's almost like, oh, there's a lot of coconut. Ooh. Okay, so definitely on the bottom of the bar, it's like coconut for days. There's like a fresh air quality to this. How do I describe it? I don't want to say, like Atlantic air, because that's more of like a cologne fresh to me. But it has like a fresh air quality to it, like a breeze, ozonic sort of quality. Not like a carpet fresh or Febreze sort of ozone quality. It's a little bit more fresh and realistic. I wouldn't necessarily say super salty, but if you liked, what is it, Sea, Sun, and Fun, or, what's the other one? By the Sea. There's like that sort of hint in the ocean notes to it. But it's definitely coconut heavy. So if you don't like coconut, don't go for this scent. And it also has kind of like a little bit of a perfumey, musky quality to it. And I assume that it's kind of either from the flower note or it's kind of like, what was the scent that came out last year from Better Homes and Gardens? It was like Coconut Sands or something like that. I want to say, I don't know, something. It was another sort of like palms or coconut or something like that. From Better Homes and Gardens. It's very similar to this. It has like that kind of like musky quality where it's like, is this like a sand sort of adjacent scent? And then like if you were sitting on the beach, that kind of like sort of sand-esque note to it. And I think that is coming from the floral note that's in here. But it complements the brightness of just like the straight up coconut freshness that's in here quite well. Yeah, this is definitely a summery scent. I really like this. Depending on how it warms, this may be a club-worthy scent for me. I love coconut scents, but I like them to be somewhat complex, not just straight up coconut. This almost gives me like It's not quite this, because it's a deeper scent, but if you're familiar with Bath and Body Works' Bali Black Coconut Sands, this is like the very light variant of that. Like, that's more of a deep, rich, romantic, somewhat exotic, mysterious component scent with like a bunch of different scent notes. This is like, I don't know, the light version, like LITE version. Yeah, it's along the same vibe. So I think if it warms similarly to what I'm thinking of, oh, it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'd almost say it's like borderline slightly perfume romantic without being perfumey or romantic. Good scent, at least on cold. Who knows? It'll warm differently, and then I'll be like, rah! All right, next is Daydream Oasis, another fresh scent. That's not it. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's a pretty color. Lose yourself in sweet melon and visions of luminous pear leaf and water lily. Oh, water lily. Is this gonna be powdery though? All right, so melon, pear leaf, sweet melon, pear leaf, and water lily. So this is like this beautiful, like teal wax. That's really pretty. I've never been like huge on like the color of wax. It's like it's about the smell for me, but this is a really pretty shade. Oh, okay. I know exactly what this reminds me of. 100%. Let's see if the bottom. If you remember Rainfall and Lush Greens from the Mix It Up collection, that's basically what this is. Sweet melon. I guess I do get a little bit of a melon note, but I wouldn't go out of my way and be like, this is a melon scent. This is a lush, dewy, green scent with like a heavy, like dewy aquatic sort of overtone to it. Like, it's a very spa-like scent. Daydream Oasis nails it. This is basically like the final version of Rainfall and Lush Greens from the Mix It Up collection. It's also somewhat adjacent to the scent from our Valentine's collection, You're the One, that was released. It's also that sort of like spa, oasis, dewy sort of quality. Or if you were missing like Mineral Oasis from a couple spring or summers ago, this like smells like a much stronger, more lush green variant of that scent as well. But it's very much like a spa day. Spa day in a bar. Love the scent. I actually have Rainfall and Lush Greens in my Scentsy Club still, because I loved it so much. But this is basically, and once I find, I think I have a bar of it somewhere. If I warm them together, I think they'll be very similar. So, highly recommend this one if you like those kind of spa, relax, you know, sort of scents. That it's definitely there. All right, Paradise Petals. Next, light orange, although it's like a bright orange wax. Floral category, neroli and orange zest beckon from a utopia of tropical white blooms. All right, so lots of florals and orange. Yeah, this reminds me. Yeah, you definitely get a bunch of orange zest at the bottom there. Where's the florals? This is like a... Ooh, I don't like this smell. I don't like the heavy orange zest component to this. Or maybe it's the neroli I'm just not fond of. So... It is a floral scent. It's a citrus floral. It's almost like, if I wanted to break it down even further, it's like an orangey floral. Slight bitterness to it. So keep that in mind. It's not like a sweet orange. You definitely get, I think it's probably from the neroli. It is a little bit of a bitterness. It kind of reminds me of... adjacent to, oh, what is the scent that, did it come back this time? Hang on. Yes, so this kind of reminds me of a less aquatic version of Coral Waters, which is kind of almost like a shampoo-y sort of scent in my opinion. This is like the floral variant of that, where it's not aquatic, you don't really get the dewy notes in there. It doesn't smell like a bottle of shampoo in that sense. This is like the perfume you put on afterwards, or the body mist. Or the lotion. There's no lotion note to this, don't get that wrong. So like, let's say fragrance mist. This is like what you, post-shower, it's like I said, Coral Waters minus the waters part. It's got that, yeah, it's got that weird citrusy, slight bitter, floral sweetness, kind of adjacent to shampoo and body wash sort of line stuff, but not aquatic. I think if you like neroli, you'll really like this. If you don't, I don't think it's gonna be like a huge fan for you. But it is, yeah, it's a slightly bitter floral citrus. Not particularly wild about it on cold, but we'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. All right, halfway through, Pineapple Mango, a bright blend of sweet pineapple and juicy mango softened by passion flower. So I remember, actually, this is one of the bars that I did have a little whiff of before. Oh, I can smell it from here. This is such a great pineapple-based scent. Oh my goodness, it is a sweet pineapple. And I know that they say that there's juicy mango in here. But it blends so well with the pineapple. I think the pineapple is really more of the predominant scent in here. And the mango gives like a kind of like punchiness to it, more of a vibrancy and a tang. And if this is more to me of an authentic pineapple mango scent than Go-Go Mango ever was. Go-Go Mango is a great scent, but I don't ever really feel like it smelled like mangoes to me. I felt like it was like a weird floral, fruity, yummy scent, but not really mango. Like when I eat fresh mangoes, I don't think of Go-Go Mango or vice versa. This, however, this reminds me of like having, like, you know, at the beach they sell like the fresh chopped fruit. They'll come around sometimes. This is like fresh cut pineapple and fresh mango. And then the passion flower, I don't know if that I necessarily pick up a whole lot of it, but it kind of like adds maybe more of a bouquet to it and rounds out the fragrance a bit. So it's not just like pineapples and mangoes. There's like a little bit more of an elevation to the scent that complements it nicely. Oh, this is so good. It's kind of making my mouth water. I like want to eat this bar. Oh, that's so good. All right, so hopefully this warms really well because I already want to eat the bar, and that's usually, you know, not something I think about when I want to eat wax. Or when I want to eat wax, I don't eat wax. If I want to smell wax, I don't think about eating it. All right, next we have Shoreline Drive. The coffee apparently hasn't kicked in yet. Take the scenic route with dewy greens and passion flower as sea mist guides the way. So another passion flower scent. This is a fresh scent. Oh, I skipped one. That's okay. We'll go back to the other one. Fresh scent. So dewy greens, passion flower, sea mist. So this is going to be another like oasis-y scent. Oh no, it's different. This this reminds me of the old Give Me Passion Flower scent that we used to have a long time before I was even a consultant. This kind of reminds me of that. You definitely get, if you like By the Sea, you'll like this scent. It's very much, it's very similar to By the Sea. It's like if By the Sea and maybe, Clean Breeze had like a hybrid, because this is strong. It's like whew. It definitely has that like sea salty quality like that By the Sea does. I guess that would be the sea mist. I don't know if I get a whole lot of dewy greens. It is a little bit more lush than By the Sea is. So think of like, when I think of lush, I think of like that sort of spa, like humidity in the room, like steaminess. You do get a little bit of that. But I feel like if I had this, you know, blind scented, this is maybe a sweeter variant because of the passion flower. A sweeter floral variant of By the Sea. Where By the Sea is just sea salt and like ocean and like maybe some sand. This one gets more, again, of the more floral notes. So if you like By the Sea, this is like an elevated version of that, I guess. I don't know. I'm okay with it. It doesn't make me like scream, I need to warm this right now, but you know, we'll get to it. All right, pink rhubarb sugar is next because I skipped it. Pink rhubarb sweetened with sparkling raspberry and an extra scoop of sugar. So I love rhubarb pie, so it'll be very interesting to see what this encapsulates because I like raspberries too. I just wonder if this is going to be cloying or if it's going to be more fruity, yummy. All right, okay. So you definitely get the raspberry. Oh, yeah, you do get rhubarb. It's kind of like a jammy kind of quality to it. It is sweet. I almost feel like I get a little bit of lemon from this too. Like it's giving me, if Be Fabulous was like thrown into, instead of like the grapefruit citrus side of it, if Be Fabulous was like the sparkling limoncello and then rhubarb and raspberry. That's kind of what I get out of this. This is like the rhubarb raspberry version of Be Fabulous. And I like it a lot. This is also similar to, what is that scent that comes back all the time? Rockin' Raspberry? That's not what it's called. It's not Razzmatazz. I forget the names. They all start kind of blending together. Rockin' Ruby Raz? That sounds something like that. I don't know. We had like a raspberry scent that's more of like a kid's scent a while back that came back for like an Easter collection too. You get a little bit of that, but again, it's more Be Fabulous meets raspberry and rhubarb more than like just straight up cloying sweet. Like you get that sparkling sort of note that you find in Be Fabulous or in maybe like even like when you have like a like the pomegranate Prosecco scent where you have that sort of like fizzy sort of note to it a little bit. Any sort of scent like that. It has that fizziness. Let's just rhubarb raspberry version of Be Fabulous. That's what this is. That's really what I keep coming back to. I like it. I hope it performs similarly because then that'll be a club scent for me. All right, next we have Summer Moonlight. Fresh strawberries sparkle alongside sweet pea and shimmering sandalwood. Ugh. So 2 of the 3 scent notes I'm kind of like, eh. Strawberries, sweet pea, sandalwood. We'll find out. Okay. Huh. All right, I see you. Okay, so this is a sweeter scent. It is not straight up strawberries. And if you're like having sweet pea and vanilla like flashbacks, good or bad, that's not this. There is sweet pea. It's interesting. I don't think I ever would have thought that strawberry combined with sweet pea would have come up with this fragrance profile. Because Usually sweet pea I can tolerate in doses and I'm like over it. Strawberry, I just generally don't find any sense of strawberry that smell strawberry enough for me to want to worm them. But this one is quite nice. It's definitely fruity. Now this one's definitely on the sweeter side. It's not cloying sweet, but it's definitely sweet. It almost has a slight perfumey undertone. I think that's from the sweet pea. It's like that fruity burst, and yet there's still like a tanginess to this. So for being strawberry, I'm actually kind of surprised because normally strawberry scents to me are very sweet or cloying or almost like candy fake syrup scents. And I'm getting like burst of berry, like red berry. Like I don't even know that I would straight out be like strawberry if that wasn't in the scent note originally. Like I get nice like sort of juicy berries, hint of floral sweetness from the sweet pea. Maybe it's the shimmering sandalwood underneath. I don't necessarily get sandalwood, but it gives kind of a, I don't really know what shimmering sandalwood would smell like compared to regular. But usually when I smell sandalwood, I think of a very heavy sort of woody note. And this is more of like a light, crisp, like a blonde sort of shimmering, like light wood note where it's like, it's more, how do you like, think plum and white woods. Like this is kind of without the plum. Yeah, this is like the strawberry-esque version of plum and white woods. Little less jammy, slightly less romantic on the woods, and slightly less woodsy. And more like light spring scented. It's kind of what it is. Yeah, it's like a more fruity version of plum and white woods. And with the less of like that undertone of woods that kind of rounds out and kind of gives that sort of like, not musty or like musky sort of quality to it, but like that woodsy sort of musk. That's that kind of undertone. That is actually, now I'm curious. Now I want to warm this and see if I'm going to like this, because this would be like one of the first like strawberry dominant scents that I would be like yay about. If in fact I like it on warm. All right, last one, but certainly not least, White Amber and Teak. I'm most excited for this one. Alluring Amber and Teak flirt with fresh bergamot. Of course, there's bergamot in it. I love teak smells. If this works, I'm gonna be so excited. Oh, and it does. Oh, it does. Okay, so oh my goodness. Okay, this is amazing. There's the bergamot note. I could do without the bergamot note in this. Hopefully that will just be like a top note and then disappear. This reminds me, minus the bergamot. If you have ever wormed from Better Homes and Gardens, and I've probably raved about it on this channel a bunch of times. I think it's called Mahogany and Sandalwood. Sandalwood Mahogany and Sandalwood. I should know this. It's like one of my favorite scents from them. I have like a huge stockpile of them. It's still available, I'm pretty sure. I think it's Mahogany and Sandalwood. This is basically a dupe of that. I know this is teak and amber and whatever. This is basically a dupe of that with a little bit of bergamot. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's what it is. So either Better Homes and Gardens lied and that's not actually what they have in their scent profile, or they just smell so similarly and I love this. Oh my goodness. You definitely get the wood note, the teak or whatever wood that they're using in here. Amber is in there, but it's not a predominant note. And white amber, usually when they put like the affix white in front of something, it tends to be like a lighter variant, like white woods or, I don't know, white florals or white rose versus regular rose. They tend to be just a lighter, less aromatic, strong, hit you in the face scent. So it gives a little bit of the warmth that amber would, but it's not, I don't know that I'd like pick out amber and be like, oh my god, this is an amber scent. I get the woodsy note. It's even the bergamot kind of like is only there a little bit. It's not like predominantly bergamot, which is great because I appreciate bergamot. I don't need bergamot to be like the head of everything. Yeah, this is literally like a dupe of mahogany and sandalwood from Better Homes and Gardens. I love this. If this worms anything like that and performs anything like this will be in my club. I will have it in all the things, everywhere, and it will stay there forever and a day. Oh my goodness. That's what that smells. I'm so excited for that now. That's probably the most exciting. All right, so let's kind of go through again, talk about some favorites, least favorites, and ones that I'm curious about. So, definitely love White Amber Antique. It's basically a dupe of one of my favorite ones from Walmart Wax. This one is basically like a dupe of Rainfall and Lush Greens. Maybe Rainfall and Lush Greens meets Mahalo Coconut even. Because there is like a sweetness in this that isn't in Mahalo, or isn't in Rainfall and Lush Greens. But it's like a hybrid of the two. Very good. Love that one. I'm going to be very excited about Pineapple Mango if this is like a true like pineapple and mango scent, which is what it smells like. So I'm very optimistic, and if it is, thank you for a real mango scent, finally. All right, things I'm curious about. I mean, honestly, I like most of them. I'm really curious about the Summer Moonlight because I don't usually like strawberry sweet or sweet peas as like a main scent note, but in this particular combination, at least at first sniff, it's doing things for me. So that's good. Appletini Splash. I'll be curious to see how much I like this compared to Johnny Appleseed. Like, will the green apple be like a hit for me, or will it be like a, well, that's nice, but no thanks. Coconuts for Coconuts. I'm curious to see how coconutty versus like, that's what it is. I think it's called Coconut Sands. But how coconut it is versus the other scent notes. Like, does it read more like just straight up coconut, or does it read like coconuts on the beach or coconuts, you know, in the ocean? That'll be interesting to see. And then pink rhubarb sugar. This is like I said earlier. Oh, I just broke the clamshell. That's cute. This is like a pink rhubarb raspberry version of Be Fabulous. And if it does perform like that, I'm going to be very excited. So, those ones definitely interested in. Ones that I'm kind of iffy on, or like could take it or leave it at first sniff. Shoreline Drive just kind of smells like a graduated version of By the Sea with like other notes in it. Doesn't really do a whole lot for me. But that's also because I was never like huge on By the Sea to begin with. So, but it's very like that salty sea air sort of vibe. Paradise Petals. Yeah, this is just like, it's almost like it's honeysuckle adjacent, and I want it to be honeysuckle, and it's not, and it gives me like the almost warm citrus that a honeysuckle would have slightly in there, but it's not. But it's like a bitter orange, white florals, neroli. Yeah, it's that like, it's coral waters without the waters. It's just coral. And then Clementine Cupcake. I am just not a huge bakery person. And this is a vanilla cupcake, hint of clementine, and like a lemony, sugary icing. And it's not bad, but it's, again, it's just not my wheelhouse. So, So there we have it. Those are the 10 new releases. If you have gotten these so far, let me know what you think about them. Do you have a favorite yet? Have you warmed through them? Did some of them perform how you expected or not? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always curious to know. I will obviously warm through them and give you my thoughts on these in its own individual video. Once I get to them, I just wanted to make sure that I got through first sniffs with you guys so you can see my reactions and my uncaffeinated brain try to function. But I'm excited about these. Overall, there were only, what, out of the 10, there was only like 2, maybe 3 that I was not particularly wild about. That's pretty good, considering. So, if you are new here, consider subscribing. Hopefully this helped you. Thank you for tuning in. I will be getting and spreading out the rest of the sniffs through the spring and summer catalog in between all the fragrance feedbacks that I have uploaded and just haven't released yet. So it'll be like kind of one then the other, then back and forth to kind of break it up a little from monotony. But thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you in our next video. Take care, guys. Bye.